Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakal Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, who are the true leaders of Israel today. And salutations to my Akim, who do this work in truth and sincerity, who are risking their lives and their freedoms to do so. As well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai. And the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as we are the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. This is your brother Yakalio from the GMS Jamaica Kingston camp, and this video is about the state of this world and the ever-increasing wickedness that is occurring, and the judgment that will be coming for this society. As you can see here from this image, which I was browsing YouTube, not browsing, I was checking my YouTube, and I seen a brother post this. And of course, the outset reaction is that this is very upsetting, right? And it's very upsetting because this is against the ways of Yahweh Shemi Yeshai. And of course, at the forefront of this image, there is what looks like an Israelite man, right? Looks like. It could be a heathen, because you are what your father is, and there are individuals that look like this that are Edomites, Moabites, Ammonites, Ishmaelites, etc. Okay? But this image is at the forefront, and this is one of the many attacks against our people, and more offensively against Yahweh Yahushai. Alright? Equity in the air. Virgin Airlines rolls out new gender-neutral uniforms. And by the way, as you can see, there is what looks like an Israelite woman, shaved head, all of her hair is gone, which is the glory of a woman. Okay? And then the other one on the side, you know, that looks like an Edomite with short hair as well. You know, it is the push of the wicked, who are the Edomites, these so-called white people. And as it is written in the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24, it says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And the judges are us, the Israelites." And there was a covering at one time, but that covering has been lifted for those with eyes to see and ears to hear, which are potential elect members. Alright? Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding has been given unto specific individuals to be able to know and see what is going on. And the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. When you look at the way the state of the world is, you can clearly see that when you read the scriptures and the laws that are put there from Yahweh Shemi Yeshai, that what is currently going on right now is the complete opposite. And Yahweh Shemi Yeshai is righteous. So the opposite is occurring, which is wickedness. And then you look at who is ruling. Who are the people at the absolute top? It is these so-called white people, whose biblical nationality is that they are Edomites. Okay? So they continue to push things such as this. And let's get the scripture in regards to this image right here of this, what looks like an Israelite man in women's clothing. And he is wearing, obviously, a skirt. You know, for those of you that have traveled, you know the uniform that these airline workers have. That's obviously a long skirt. The women in the back, they are wearing pants, which is not something that they're supposed to do. So everything is turned upside down and not for the better. But let's get that judgment. I don't know it by heart. Women's no. No. Get it real quick. Alright, here it is, Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. Okay? So men, pants, such as, etc. And when you look at the history of leading up to when there was a transition to women starting to wear clothing for a man, it was a very big push from Esau Edom back in the, I want to say, the 1960s, where there was what they called a sudden liberation for women. And I remember observing that time by watching a video, and they were saying that there's a liberation of women and women started to feel more free to do what they wanted, and there was this very big push as well for smoking and all these kinds of things. That's when they started to transition, because before, women, you know, if you watch certain media, that they wore dresses mostly. Okay? Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination unto the Lord Yahweh thy power. Alright, so the judgment is, well, the law is there, and the judgment for such things are as such, okay, for committing these acts. Alright, so these things are going on, and it continues to happen because I've separated myself from social media, but it's very hard to not see these things happening, because it happens at such a frequent rate around the world. You know, I've noticed that men truly have started to wear skirts, have started to wear dresses, have started to wear and I'm not just talking about those that say that they want to transform into a woman. I'm talking about like those that claim that they are you know, straight and all these kinds of things. They're putting on women's garments and they're wearing nail polish and all of these things. You know, they're very feminized with the way that they look. Okay? And it really is an ongoing trend. But the thing about it, these things happening, is that while upsetting, it's, one can say, a good sign. And when I say a good sign, it's a good sign for the end of this wicked kingdom, because it is very telling when the world continues to increase with wickedness, when it continues to get worse and worse and worse, it means that the cup is being filled, and that cup is, well, the cup is overflowing right now to me. Okay? And so it is at that point where that judgment shall come very soon. All right? When you look at the state of things. All right? I want to get another precept. In 2nd Ezra chapter 15. And it says in verse 5, Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world of sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So the wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth. The earth is polluted. That is why we are seeing things such as the image, right? I saw an image of Kim Kardashian the other day, and it was very upsetting to see. But then I had to sit back and look at it, and I was like, you know what, this image is actually perfect. And I'm gonna bring up this image. All right, here it is. As you can see, the image to the left, that she was on this magazine cover called Interview. As you can see, the image has everything that's wrong with it, man. She has this very lustful look within her eyes. You can see it in her face. Not the look of a woman that is, you know, a humble, you know, how a woman should be, you know what I'm saying? She got the yellow hair, you know, that in the scriptures, how that hair is described, you know, that blonde hair which is exalted in this world, which is actually not a good look, really. And then you have, as you can see, her ass out, okay? And you have the American flag in the background. And once again, at first glance, it is upsetting, but the image is actually perfect. Perfect for this world and what this world pushes and for what this world is. It truly encompasses everything about this world in just one image. The American flag in the background, which is America, Mystery Babylon the Great, which has all kinds of horrors and abominations and filth and everything else that's within it. And you have the perfect image, the woman who gained her popularity and is now at the some would say the modern day Marilyn Monroe, who was also a demon, right? A woman that is greatly exalted, you know, looking like this, you know? And the scriptures say it, man. In Psalms, I think 68, because people look onto this image, especially the woman, and they love it. Let's see, 68. I think it's the vilest. Let me get it. Psalms 12 and verse 8. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. So first it starts with the Edomites who rule this wicked kingdom, right? And from their ways, they push it out in the media. They push it out in the music, in the fashion, which is the clothing, in everything. They push it. And then they use our people, okay, to push it upon our people. So you have the Beyoncés, the Kanye set up, you know, they set up other individuals that are exalted, like the Kim Kardashians and whatever else, who gained her popularity through that sex tape, you know, and now she's greatly exalted and she's greatly loved for committing such acts. You know, if the scriptures, if the ways of Yahweh Shemishai were instated, we all know how the judgment would go. But the wicked, as the scripture says, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. And so you have all of these people that are committing all these acts and showing themselves as such. You know, you have certain rappers wearing women's garments and whatever else, and the people are influenced as such, and they take on to these ways, and then it just spreads. It's spread, you know. But Yahweh Shemishai is going to be bringing judgment for all of these things very soon. Okay. And the judgment for this world and for this generation, as it is written in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 19, for horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation, and this unrighteous generation will feel the judgment from Yahweh Shemishai, some way, somehow. And those that are in America will feel it by way of thermonuclear fire. All right? Salakio. But overall, man, these things are a very telltale sign that we are truly at the end of this vile, wicked, abominable kingdom. And just hold on tight, man, and keep the faith, because the wickedness will increase and things will get worse and it will become more upsetting. But always remember, man, that the end is soon. Okay, so with that, I'd like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemi Shai Bashim Kodesh. Wa Abad Babal Shalom.